Welcome back to Middle-earth Quest. It is Argalad's 5th turn. And the first thing on a hero turn, of course, is the rest step. But Argalad is going to skip that. And, of course, up next comes the ambush. And Argalad is here with a monster token. So if this is indeed a monster and not a blank, then Argalad will be ambushed. And it is indeed a giant spider. Okay, Argalad is going to be ambushed by a giant spider. So let's take a look at the giant spider card, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, giant spider. Has 6 life points. Has a fortitude of 7. It's going to be drawing 7 cards from the 80% melee, 20% ranged deck. Strength of 5. Wisdom of 1, so if Argalad doesn't defeat it, we get to put an influence token on the board. And it has paralyzing venom. It says when you deal at least 2 damage with melee card, your opponent must randomly discard a card from his hand. So that is going to be Argalad's opponent in this ambush. So let's go over to Argalad's area. He's going to draw up some cards perhaps, and we'll get to the fight. Okay, so here we are in Argalad's area. He's about to fight the giant spider. Now he has an agility of 3, so he has the option to either add it to his strength to make it 8 or split it up by drawing cards. I think he is going to draw 2 cards and have a strength then of 6. So he gets to draw 2 cards for the battle. Let's see what he gets. A couple of ranged. So this is going to be his hand. He has quite a few cards now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards to battle the giant spider. And during an ambush, if he does not defeat the giant spider, he can in fact carry on with his turn. If he had moved into a space with a giant spider and did not defeat it, then he would have to end his movement there. All right, let's go to the battle area and see if Argalad can take down this giant spider. All right, so I've set up the little battle area here. Now the giant spider is going to be drawing cards from this shuffle deck. The 80% melee, 20% ranged. It has a fortitude of 7, so it gets to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has a strength of 5. So it's going to be able to play cards worth up to a strength value of 5. Plays any more, it will become exhausted. All right, Sauron's going to have a look at his cards, and then we're going to come back with the battle. Of course, Argalad here has 9, lots of range, some pretty good options. All right, be right back, and we'll start doing the rounds of combat. Okay, Sauron's giant spider has queued up his cards. Now let's have a look at Argalad, see what he's going to do. He has to do 6 damage to this thing to defeat it. Precision, reduce your printed armor to 0. He has those volley. Next round, gain 2 attack if you play a ranged card. That sounds pretty good. I think he's going to play that. He's going to start with a volley, and it gives him 2 defense, 2 attack, and it says next round gain +2 attack if you play a ranged card. So of course the giant spider is going to know that he's going to be playing a range to get the benefit. But let's see what the giant spider played, and it is Earthquake. Wow, that does not sound good. It says cancel your opponent's card. Well, that means Argalad's card is completely canceled. This cost 4 strength of the spider's 5 though, but it does 4 damage. And because Argalad's card is completely canceled, the defense doesn't do anything. So the Earthquake from the spider does 4 damage to Argalad. So he's going to take it off his life pool. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes into his damage pool. He still has 4 cards left in his pool. That was a bad opening move for Argalad. Wow, he's got to do something else now. So this card doesn't count. Wow, what's he going to do? I think he has a strength, of course, of 6. So he's going to play Precision, which says reduce your opponent's printed defense to 0. And it will do 2 damage. It has 1 damage. And what does the giant spider do? It does a sweep. And it says this card cannot be canceled. Well, that's okay. So it's going to do 2 damage to Argalad. He blocks 1. He takes 2 damage. So he's going to take 2 damage off his life pool. And the giant spider is going to take 2 damage from Argalad. So I guess finally, to get the damage tokens here, the giant spider takes 1, 2 damage. It still has 6 health left though, but it has used all of its strength in its 2 attacks. So next up, what are we going to do? We are going to have Argalad needs to try and take this thing down. He's going to play attack 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's not able to play it, so he has a strength of 6. So he can play 2 more. Wow, what's he going to do? He can only play... Well, he's kind of messed up. He can only play 2 more. So he will play... Oh, hang on. He's going to play Overdraw, which is a strength of 1. So 2, 4, 5. Overdraw. And the spider now, what is it going to play? Well, it is going to play Reckless, which of course it can't. It has now exceeded its strength value. It is exhausted. This card is just cancelled. So Argalad just gets a free shot, and he's going to do 2 damage, plus 2 attack if your opponent plays a ranged card, while the spider didn't. So the spider is going to take 2 more damage, taking it to 4. 1, 4, and now I believe Argalad can determine that he is exhausted as well, because he cannot kill the spider anyway. He can only do 1 more damage or become exhausted. He doesn't really want to play another card. So Argalad is just going to declare himself exhausted. So they're both exhausted. The spider's not defeated, but the token comes off the board anyway, defeated or not. And because this was an ambush, it means Argalad can continue with his turn. He does not have to end his turn here with an ambush. So Argalad, unable to kill the giant spider though, had a bit of a dust up with it, and it pounded him pretty good when he was unable to kill it. However, he does now get to continue his turn, so these cards that he played now go into his rest pool, and Argalad is left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for movement. So let's go to the main board now, and we'll get Argalad moving. Alright, so Argalad here in the South Eaves, having battled with the giant spider, the token, like I said, goes away. Has 5 cards. Now he is hopeless, as we know. He has been pretty hopeless. And it says that you may not take more than 3 travel steps during each of your future turns. Well, this card he got a while ago, so it means he can only move 3 spaces at the most. So what he's going to do is he's going to play his Sun card, and he's going to move to Ammon Mule. He is going to play his Mountain card, and moving him to Ammon Hen. And he's going to play the 2, well, no he's not. He's going to play Parry and Precision, any 2 cards to move to Lothlorien, where he now has moved 3 spaces, and that's all he can move. And he will then end his turn in Lothlorien. Alright, so those cards go back in his hand, and now that he's in Lothlorien, the very last thing we do on a hero turn, of course, is we have the encounter step, unless the hero is in a perilous location or in a spot with a monster token or minion, which he is not. He's in Lothlorien. So we take 3 cards off the top of the Haven deck, and we see if he gets any encounters. The Woodland Realm, he is not in the Woodland Realm. Erebor, he is not, and Edoras. So, once again, Argalad doesn't have a whole lot going on. Just not happening for him. Alright, that is the end of Argalad's turn. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Join me next time when we're going to get back to Sauron, who seems to be having trouble getting plots on the board, and it will be Sauron's turn 6. Alright, that was Argalad's really eventful turn. Join me next time. Thanks for watching.